Welcome to the Chicken and the Dog podcast with myself, Rye, and my brother, Micah, where we talk about anything and everything pop culture and movies. If you are listening to this on Apple or Spotify, give us a rating. That'd be cool. YouTube, subscribe, leave a comment, like all that jazz. So, Micah, how are you doing?
Doing good.
Doing good.
Um, yeah, been hanging
Um,
out.
yeah, how's the week been?
Pretty good. Not bad. Haven't done haven't done too much
Right.
since Sunday. I've done just a little bit here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think I've done anything like specific
Yeah, anything
or,
crazy.
or
Just
anything like that.
hanging out.
Yeah,
Nice.
pretty much. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've had a little more going on since what was it, last Wednesday? I mean, I'm trying to remember what I did on Friday. I feel like I did something because I don't work that day, so I feel like I always do something, but I don't remember. So, Saturday, Brighton and I went to Butcher Boys, so we talked to like Peter and Robbie and all the other guys, butchers and stuff. So that was fun. But then we got pulled pork, um, and we made pulled
Yeah,
pork, and then watched football games on Saturday, which was fun. That was good. I
but it's
convinced
fun.
Brighton to get Madden 23, um, and to buy another controller. Uh, So we played. We've been playing Madden. Like I would just go over. We'll play Madden 23, which has been fun.
That is fun.
I mean, oh, Sunday was interesting. So Sunday was Chinese New Year.
Mm-hmm.
And so because I work with Vietnamese, a Vietnamese church half the time, they had their Vietnamese New Year. And so I mean, it's a whole thing. I mean, they got food galore. Um, every special event, a bunch of them work. A bunch of the older kids, so like in college and stuff, they work at Starbucks and stuff. So they bring a bunch of stuff, and they have like a coffee bar, and you can place an order and stuff.
Mm.
And then they have like a fashion show with like traditional dresses and like gown type things. I don't know how to describe it exactly, but
Oh yeah.
they have a fashion show where like the kids, the students, they walk down the middle, boy and girl, and then they do a little 5 second skit. It's pretty funny. They have raffle prizes and karaoke. It was a party. Like it was cool. Um,
That's
for
pretty cool.
how we celebrate New Year's, that was way cooler. It was way more fun.
Yeah.
So they give out like free money, which is just a $2 bill, but like everybody gets one. Um, so I mean that was
Pretty
fun.
cool.
That was fun. But
That's pretty cool.
and that I just been watching movies and hanging out. Really, this it hasn't been crazy.
No, nothing insane.
No, I need something to happen.
Yeah.
I I need to do something, but I just don't know what because there's just not a whole lot going on.
Oh, there isn't.
Um, I'm trying to even think. I made my birthday list. That's what I did this week. Oh, Jen and I bought a chessboard, so we've been playing chess, which is, I mean, it's fun for me. It's not fun for her because I beat her every time we play. So she's no longer asking to play. But
That's
uh,
funny.
yeah, so I mean, nothing crazy. I need a vacation,
Yeah.
but that won't happen for a while.
Nope. Not quite.
Nah, sometime soon, maybe. Our birthdays are coming up, which will be dope. Oh,
Yes, it'll be sick.
we'll record on our birthdays. I just realized that.
Really?
Our birthdays are on Wednesdays. Oh, wait, is it a leap year this year? No, it's not.
No.
Yeah, it's 22nd and 8th. Yeah. That's lit. Um,
That'll be
yeah,
fun.
that will be fun. Um, nah, I literally can't think of anything else I've done.
Yeah, I mean, I just haven't done
It's
much.
been just a plain week.
Yeah, it has been.
Just football. Football's been watching football's been fun.
Other than
Um,
that, it's been pretty bland.
yeah. So, speaking of football, we could talk about it. The divisional round.
Oh yeah.
So it was Bengals, Bills, Chiefs, Jags, Eagles, Giants, and Cowboys, 49ers.
hmm
I believe we picked everyone correct. I think we said Jags were gonna win,
We
but
said the Jags.
yeah, which is more
Well,
was more of a
other than
hopeful
that,
guess, but
yeah. Other than that though, and they really could have won.
they could have won.
Won't say should have because they didn't, but
Nah, yeah, they shouldn't have won, but they could
but
have. They had the
they
chance.
could have won. They definitely had a good chance of winning.
So,
So
mm, what are you gonna do?
tough.
I know, right?
Not
But
nothing to do.
let's see. Eagles stomped the Giants.
Yep,
The Giants looked horrendous,
terrible.
yet they played amazing against us.
hmm
It's just always the story of our
It's
lives, I swear.
it's our defense.
Yeah, it's true. Hey, we fired our defensive coordinator. That's good.
Yep, and we were talking to
Couple good
we
ones.
talked to the Seahawks
Assistant coach, right?
assistant head coach defense. Assistant head coach
He's good,
defense.
isn't he?
He's pretty good. I mean, they have a pretty good defense. Um,
Anything's better than what we got, honestly. But
anything's better than him, honestly. Yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, he wouldn't be removed from his job, so he's got to
right.
be better than uh than ours.
Yeah, it's true.
But other than that, then the Saints um defensive coordinator.
We met with him.
Yeah,
Okay.
they have a pretty good defense too.
They did have a
Um,
decent defense.
they're mostly lacking in skill though, so
It's true.
can't say it's on him. Um, we really everyone wants Brian Flores,
Who's he?
the Dolphins defensive coordinator.
Oh. Is he
He's
looking to leave?
really good. Yeah, he is gonna leave, but the problem is that he's supposedly getting head coaching interviews.
That's the problem.
Yeah, so I don't know what's all true or not. But then my other thought is, have you seen the what is it? The Beth Main something. Ed Reed. Have you seen the Ed Reed stuff?
I saw him get fired from his.
Yeah, that they tried to say he was leaving, but he was getting pushed out or whatever by admin.
Yeah.
We pick up Ed Reed.
Well, we don't know if he's a good coach or not.
I feel like if you're one of the best defensive players to ever play, I
That's a
feel like
good point.
you gotta know how to coach defense.
That's
Like,
true.
he's not coaching a football team. I
That's
mean,
true.
honestly, if you think about it, Jeff Saturday
Yeah.
was first one to come in that was a player. It really was not his fault, the games that they lost.
No, he didn't do a bad job. I
I
mean,
honestly think I think he'd be a pretty decent coach with a on well actually I think he would have been a pretty dang good coach on any other team pretty much in the league. And even the bad teams in the league, I think he would have been pretty good if he was given a an off season and then a full season.
yeah, probably. I mean, he'd probably be better than what the Colts are this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like if he gets this off season and next season, I don't think the Colts really need to do anything to do better than they did last year
Right.
under the same conditions.
Right. They need a better quarterback, but
Yeah, but I think that he would be able to do better with Matt Ryan than he did this year.
even though he's retired, right?
Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What was I gonna say? No, yeah, I mean, I forgot what I was gonna say. True. Oh, Ed Reed. Yeah, I mean, Ed Reed be good. Give me Dion, dude.
Dion,
Dion's
man.
working his way up to becoming an NFL head coach. That's what he's doing,
He is, yeah.
and he will be.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Dude, I saw. You see his like team meeting speeches.
Yeah, I've seen like all
No
his stuff.
slides on campus. No sweats on campus. No. I'm
Yeah.
like, dang. Like he. That's a. It doesn't matter how good of a football coach you are. That's like regardless. I probably would hate it. I mean, I wear sweats to college all the freaking time, and I'm guessing you do sometimes too. but
Mhm.
that's a culture change that's just elevates a team in
Yeah, no doubt.
in any sport, so it's cool. I like it. I would hate being a part of it, but I saw a
Oh,
comment. It was like he
oh
didn't say
yeah.
anything about Crocs. I was like, oh my gosh.
Crocs are
Um.
loud.
Okay. So other teams. So obviously Eagles smacked. Um. Bill. Let's talk 49ers Cowboys game.
Yeah, I mean, Niners
Not.
didn't look that great.
They didn't look great. Their defense is still phenomenal.
Yeah, their offense didn't look great.
Yeah.
Mostly Brock Purdy,
Yeah. He
but
looked halfway decent.
and and the fact that they ran Debo so much looked awful. But yeah, their defense was still solid. So
Yeah. It'll be interesting. Number one offense versus number one defense in the league.
yeah,
So
it will be interesting. It'll be a clash for sure.
it will be. I'm very curious. I who do you think is gonna win?
It's so hard.
This one
It's
goes
so
50
hard.
50. Honestly.
It's so hard. Oh man, I think that the Eagles probably win.
Yeah,
Honestly,
probably.
I think that the Eagles number one offense, and they still have a good defense, like
Yeah,
a
the
really
defense
good
isn't
defense.
bad. Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
defense is like top quarter
10.
of yeah, top quarter of the league,
Mm-hmm.
like top 8 probably.
Yeah. So
So
as long as your offense plays like he has been, you're gonna be okay.
yeah, and I think that the Eagles defense is more consistently better than the Niners offense.
If the 49ers want to win, they need to be in a low scoring game.
Or their offense just needs to play amazing.
Yeah.
Because I mean they have the ability to have that kind of game
Yeah.
where they just absolutely demolish, but they have to have that game
They need a
or they
defensive touchdown, is what they need.
or that and turnovers. They need turnovers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be
It
interesting.
will it will be.
So and then Bengals, Bills. Um, Bills are bigger frauds than the Vikings ever were.
Oh yeah.
Like
100%.
yeah, I don't know. They, I don't know. They suck. They sucked. I don't know.
They're just not that good.
But
They're not that
everyone
they're not
picked
that
them to
guy.
win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, they just weren't that good. They just weren't that guy this year. They
It was,
lost a lot of bad games, like where they just did not look good. They lost to bad teams, and
yeah,
I mean, yeah, lights too bright.
guess so. The other interesting thing, obviously, is Damar Hamlin situation.
Oh yeah,
He came to the game allegedly, um, and covered, and you got the mask, sunglasses, all that type of stuff. So, um, but the internet is freaking out, saying that he is either dead or was not there, and because they were trying to hide it, that's why he didn't show his face. That's all these things. So, um, I don't know if you have any thoughts about it. I don't have many. I don't care enough. I don't
I do.
think.
I have some thoughts about it. I
Yeah,
mean, my opinion is the chances that he is dead and it's a cover up is 0. It's just
yeah,
not possible. There's no way. There's no way his brother and his mom would be in on it. Like
yeah,
there's just no shot. And then there's just like there's no way. I mean, if you accept the fact and you believe that he's dead and it's a cover up, then you have to also believe in like so many other deeper conspiracies like
yeah,
cloning and all that kind of stuff
yeah,
because there's just no way that they're gonna temporarily replace a dead person and then we're just gonna forget about him and then he's never gonna exist again.
Also, that also puts a weight on something that I don't think people are like. It what it means, if that's true, if he died and they're covering it up and all that's true, that means that the reason they're covering it up is because it's the COVID vaccine and the government wants them to, like, people already know COVID vaccine is screwed up. It's
Hmm.
terrible, it's bad, but it's not like this life world changing phenomenon. I don't know. It's not like it is, but it's not. Do you understand the like gravity
Yeah.
what I'm meaning? Like,
Yeah.
we're talking about the NFL. Like, it's $1 billion business, yes. Everybody watches it, yes. But it's an American thing that mostly people just in America watch. It's just now expanding. And you're asking, yeah, his family to be actors. You're asking the entire Bills organization to be asking. Like, did you see the Josh Allen video?
No. What?
He was on a podcast and the host is like, "Hey, this is the deal. Is this true? Did they fake it?" And he's like laughing. He's like, "What? Like, that's stupid." He's like, "He was in the locker room with us before and after the game. Like, that's just how he dresses, all this type of stuff." And everyone in the comments was like, "He's looking to his left. He's looking." I'm like, "You really, Josh Allen? You think that he's just been preparing for his Oscar-winning performance? Like, I don't know.
And like,
It's
do you really have to be lying to like be completely caught off guard by something? Like they just like put him on the spot, and we're like,
oh, we think that your
"Is
teammate,
this?
someone
Yeah,
you love,
is
is
your teammate dead, and this is a fake person, and this
yeah,
is all about
like
the
what?
Illuminati, and he's actually cloned, and it's not actually the real Damar, and it's all a cover up, and you're just an actor."
It
It's like
makes no like
he's just supposed to be like, cool.
makes conservatives real bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
It just looks like a bunch of tinfoil hat weirdos. It's just I don't know.
yeah, and yeah, the likelihood that he's dead, and this is
And why
someone
would you
else.
want that? That means someone died playing football. That's terrible.
Yeah,
I don't know. And also the Miles Sanders, the running back for the Philly, FaceTimed him before a game. There's that video
yeah.
that surfaced. And so like I get the suspicion, but we can drop it, you know? Like it's
Oh yeah, for real. I think that the likelihood, I would say that it's much more likely and feasible that it was just a stand-in,
that's and then again I don't
and
care too.
that's why he didn't take interviews because it wasn't him.
But
But
he's not
I
dead.
get, I really don't care if the NFL really wanted to push the narrative, and then he just not feeling well enough to
Yeah.
go or doesn't want to go,
Yeah.
like or be or he did go and he just doesn't want to be the publicity
You know, he
or whatever.
died on a field. He died.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't want to be back on a field right now, or maybe he doesn't want to. You don't know. There's a lot of reasons why I think that him and his family could accept a stand in
Yeah.
for for just for them to show it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's not that crazy.
No, not at all.
The NFL obviously loves ratings and things like that, and that's kind of how TV works.
Yeah.
And there's
Makes
certain
sense.
extents they'll go to, but the dude's not dead.
No. The NFL is it could be whatever type of organization you want it to be, but I don't think they would cover up someone dying.
I don't know. I
It's
don't think
almost
they
no
would, and I
it's
really don't think they could.
it's almost no gain either.
Well, yeah, the risk reward is awful because
It
if it
makes no
actually
sense.
gets out and proven that he did die, well, for one, where would he have died? Cincinnati Hospital.
And that then
Now
you're
makes Cincinnati Hospital liable.
exactly like there's way too many like I get the
And
government
then
is powerful, but like I don't know, man.
no, there's too many working pieces for the dude to be dead. And then if
That's
that were
from the Truman
to
Show, but
surface, if that were to surface and then
it's one of the most
completely break
yeah
news and be proven true, the NFL would be over. Like,
yeah
what is
NFL would
is it really
cease to
worth the boost, like the 2.5% boost in ratings?
lose your entire company $1 billion company. No,
No, it's not.
because
So, like,
if he
everybody,
died, it'd be bigger. This sounds bad, but if he did die, their ratings would go through the roof.
well, yeah, if
The
you
amount
think
of
about
things, the
it,
Super
that you
Bowl,
get to the whole situation where it's like, uh, No publicity is bad publicity.
Exactly. They're not gonna cover it up. It's just stupid. Like I get it's fun to be like, that's pretty interesting, but the more you logically think about it, the more it's like,
Would you not, would they not be okay with like a whole, for DeMar storyline if he died?
yeah, they would just continue to push that even more.
Memorials everywhere, memorial
It would
Super
be
Bowl thing,
huge.
moment of
There'd be a
silence.
huge Super Bowl thing. It would be massive, dude. Yeah, so we can move on from that.
Yeah.
Obviously, still pray for Damar Hamlin because we do Chicken the Duck think he's alive, and we pray that he's getting better.
Yes.
Because also that's got to be terrible as a person. Everyone's like he sees it. He's on social media.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks he's dead. Like it's a wild feeling, man.
It's crazy for sure.
Okay, Coach of the Year finalists. We can briefly touch on this, but the finalists are Giants, Brian Dable, 49ers, Kyle Shanahan, Eagles, Nick Sirianni, Bills, Sean McDermott, and Jags, Doug Peterson. And obviously, Eagles coach deserves it. Niners coach, you could say the Giants coach, maybe the Jags too. But the fact that Kevin O'Connell is not on that list is,
Hmm.
and that's not even from like a Vikings fan perspective. Like,
No, it's just from a completely objective perspective.
yeah,
The dude, I mean, well, one, completely objectively, Sean McDermott does not deserve
no,
to be talked about for Coach of the Year. His team was below average and comparative to other years when they were not as talented
and
or developed or anything,
better.
and he did better.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly. He's done. This is like his worst season he's done with this Bills team since they've got
yeah.
Von Diggs and all of that,
The Josh Allen supremacy, all that stuff.
all that stuff. This is their worst season. Why is he on there?
Mm-hmm.
Eagles, yeah, deserved. For Niners, yeah, deserved. Giants,
I get it. They were
sure,
supposed to be
I get
terrible.
it, but I would. I mean, I think there's probably other coaches that deserve it over him. Because they're kind of average.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't care that they went to the second round of playoffs.
Nah. To get their butts whooped.
Yeah, they just were average.
That's like saying when the Vikings Minneapolis Miracle happened that what's his face?
Oh gosh, dude,
Zimmerman should have got a finalist for
should have
Coach of the
been in
Year
the talk. Yeah, for Coach of the Year.
because the Vikings were terrible the year before. Then they were decent and made it this. They won a game and went to the
Yeah, they skimmed by to the playoffs, and then they skimmed by a game to make it
yeah
to the second round. Like,
yeah.
no, that doesn't make you Coach of the Year. So that's why I think that Brian Dable's no, he shouldn't be on there.
But
Jags, Doug Peterson,
yeah,
I
yeah,
think for sure.
he
I
deserves
think
it
for sure. They had an
for sure.
average year, but
But they
they ended the year
yeah
great. So
they
like
were like
they have this streak of really good. The Giants were like 6-1.
yeah.
And then I
Well,
don't know what they ended, but they were the second half of this they were just average.
the Jags were like I don't know 4-36 in the last 2 years, and then had a good year. Like they yeah
And
new coach
they just don't go to the playoffs either. So it's like
yeah. Also, but
it's
the
impressive.
Vikings were what had won
Yeah, the
50.
Giants were 9-7.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty positive, like I'm gonna look at their schedule. You can keep going. Preseason. Okay. So yeah, they won 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, and then they started off the season 6-1, just like I said, and they ended 3-6,
Yeah.
6-1, and then 3-6, and then won the playoff game, and then got absolutely murdered.
So the Vikings, right? They won the NFC North at 10-6 in 2019, but hadn't won since 2012, and before that had not won since 2004, right? So they don't win often. They are 13-4, right? You have the best receiver in the league. Kirk Cousins, a top 10 QB, no matter what you say, statistically, is a top 10 QB. You won one of the craziest games in the history of the NFL against the Bills. You completed the greatest comeback of all time against, it doesn't matter who. It could be a college football team. I don't care. Like, you completed the greatest comeback of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not you're not even an option.
And a finalist, yeah.
You're not top 5, really? Come on, dude. Come
I mean, when does Coach of the Year get announced? When do the awards go live? NFL awards date. February 9th.
Yeah. NFL Honors Awards. Yeah, February 9th, yeah.
Okay, so 3 days before the Super Bowl. Which means that the two most deserving head coaches, Nick Sirianni and Kyle Shanahan, will have already, one of them will have advanced to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Which will be the one who wins.
Right.
So if the Eagles go, it's going to be Nick Sirianni, and if the Niners go, it's going to be Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah. So I don't know. Justice for Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah, he deserved to be on there
for
sure.
But last NFL thing, Justin Jefferson is a finalist for league MVP. It's like Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, and him.
Josh Allen's not an MVP caliber player.
No.
This season.
Okay, okay. Take away position. All right, well, take away that the QB always wins. Who had the best season and their respective on a team that they were the most valued player?
Well, I think if you take away position, I think it's between Justin Jefferson and Joe Burrow.
Maybe Jalen Hurts, but he was hurt, so he shouldn't win it.
Yeah, he did get hurt.
So
Jalen Hurts also. They all deserve to be finalists, except for, in my opinion, Josh Allen.
No,
he didn't deserve to be.
Brighton.
I mean, if anything, instead of Josh Allen, it should have been CMC.
Yeah.
He went to the Niners and completely changed their team, their offense.
Yeah, completely. I mean,
the dude ran a touchdown, threw a touchdown, and caught a touchdown pass in one game.
It's pretty awesome.
He had a great year after being so injury prone.
And
he completely changed. The Niners probably would not have gone
without Christian. No, not at all. He's too There's that word, valuable. Brock Purdy,
the most valuable.
Brock Purdy's a good quarterback, but he can't do what he does if he doesn't have an elite running back where he can hand the ball off, but he can go play action because Chris McCaffrey's so good.
Mm-hmm. And Chris McCaffrey can run and he can catch.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just really, really good. And so I think it should have been Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, Christian McCaffrey, and Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
And Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, so I think there's 6 or whatever. But yeah, Justin Jefferson tweeted like, "I'm just happy to be here."
Yeah.
Oh my, it's funny.
It is cool. I think that Joe Burrow should win it, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd be fine with Joe Burrow. I'd be fine with Patrick Mahomes. They're both insanely good quarterbacks. It'd be cool to see Justin Jefferson win. That would be awesome. It won't happen unless he does something crazy like in the next couple of years. But
so here's a question about MVP stuff. So like Jalen Hurts, obviously, if you look at him and the team, is he an MVP caliber player on the team? Yes. And then you say, he got injured, so he missed some games. When he wasn't in, Gardner Minshew had a good game against the Cowboys, but Cowboys have proven to be unbelievably inconsistent. So does that really say that Gardner Minshew could have done well with the same team that Jalen Hurts had?
Right.
And then the next game he didn't play so well, and then they lost 2 games, and then they were threatened, and then Jalen Hurts came back and then demolished the Giants in the last game, like 38-7.
Right.
So like, to me, the fact that they struggled without him shows
he's worthy
that he was the MVP
of that team.
To me, me being the MVP or whatever, you're valuable. So without you, your team should struggle.
Yeah.
Okay, so for Jalen Hurts, I think that's true. Joe Burrow, that would be
That
true. We
would be
haven't seen
true.
that. But for Justin Jefferson, right? Look at the Packers game.
Right.
He had like 3 targets. We
They
got destroyed.
the games where Justin Jefferson didn't have a lot of like over 100 yards, right? Where he's contributing a lot to the offense. We lost. Those
Pretty
whatever
much.
4 games.
To me, that's most valuable player caliber.
Yeah, yeah.
With him, you win. Without him, you don't.
He'll win Offensive Player of the Year, but like
Probably.
if he doesn't,
And I mean, if Cooper Cup loses to Aaron Rodgers with a triple crown season,
yeah,
I don't
Justin.
think there's any way Justin Jefferson beats any of the QBs on there.
No, not at all. It's dumb. The NFL MVP is a dumb award. Just give a
It is
give a
because
best.
there needs to be an MVP and an MVP QB.
There needs to be an MVP QB award, and then there needs to be an MVP where you got maybe a quarterback on here. You got the best quarterback, best couple quarterbacks, best 2 receivers, best 2 running backs, or maybe best tight end if Travis Kelsey, but like who is the most valuable player, and that award should be superior over the QB award because yes, the QB is the most important position, but
And
it's
yeah,
way
QB and yes, QBs can still win MVP, like
yeah
the MVP big award, right?
big award
But
yes
it needs to have a different lens for ranking,
yeah
because right now it's the QB award, because how can you say the QB is not the most valuable player when they
on
touch the ball every snap?
yeah exactly, but still yeah. It's bigger than that, and everyone knows it. But they just NFL just wants you. It needs to be like the I don't know if there's a John Madden award, but it should be like the John Madden MVP award. It should be
Hmm.
yeah, something like that. But
Yeah.
interesting. What else? Oh, sad news. Splash Mountain takes its final rides a few days ago. Before it closed for retheming. Um, it sucks.
It's sad. It's pretty
It
sad.
is sad. I mean, it. Anytime. So Splash Mountain. I was thinking about this the other day. Whenever people ask me what my favorite ride in Disneyland is, it's always like there's a couple, right? I love Splash Mountain. I love Thunder Mountain. I love Space Mountain. I love Matter. There's rides I love going to.
If it's a mountain, I love it.
Exactly. But when people ask me from now on, what's your favorite Disneyland ride? I'm gonna say Splash Mountain. It'll be hands down my favorite. It won't be Tiara's Wild, whatever they're calling it. It'll be Splash Mountain because it's like
Hmm.
it sucks,
It's
But
gonna be one of those things. It's gonna always be um, it's gonna be Splash Mountain forever.
yeah, and I
It's gonna
don't.
get rethemed, and it's gonna be, you guys want to go on Splash Mountain?
Yeah, like I'm not gonna. I'm also not gonna be like one of those people that's like it shouldn't be changed or any like. I think it shouldn't be changed, but I understand why it's being changed. I've had conversations with certain people that are people of color that have seen Song of the South. They're offended by Song of the South. So like I get it. There's also layers to it, but also we're white, so I'm not gonna go crazy into it. But I don't know. It's sad. I was having a conversation with somebody that's a person of color, and we were talking about it back and forth, and they were saying like it did offend them, and they weren't comfortable with it, and they're glad, they're excited for the retheme, right? And I was like, that's great. You're allowed to be excited. I'm not gonna. And I was like, I'm bummed, but I will also be the first person to say that I'm excited to see what is done, and I will for sure go on the ride. I'm not gonna boycott it, like things like that. It's just a bummer. It's not like
Yeah,
the biggest deal in the world. It's just a bummer. It's like there's an emotional tie, there's connection, all those
it
things.
is. It is a bummer. It's not, but I am. They just better. They better change it a lot. That's like my only thing.
It's just the same thing, just reskinned.
It better change a lot. Like, not the ride itself.
Yeah, just like
The
how
ride itself does not need to change at all. It's a great ride,
it's a great
and
ride.
I think
Yeah.
it should be the same. Just follow the same track, same dips, the
Hmm.
drop,
Yeah.
everything like that. But everything around it, I think, needs to change drastically. It needs to be very different.
Hmm.
Um,
It could be really
my only
cool.
problem with it is that I feel like it doesn't fit. Like Critter Country and like Big Thunder, that whole area does not really mesh well with
Well, now,
New Orleans.
Splash Mountains is next to. It's not. It's farther out than you're remembering. I think because it's next to Haunted Mansion.
I know it's next to Haunted Mansion.
So I think they're trying to turn that area into like a more bigger New Orleans square, I guess. Because it's in Adventureland, right?
Yeah,
So I don't know. They're trying to do more Disney themes, which is fine. It just is. I will say, if you're gonna change this, you have to. I hate saying this, but like, it'd be consistent. Like, if you're gonna reskin, retheme different rides to fit more of all Disney movies, you got to do it with most things at this point.
yeah,
It sucks, but
yeah. I really think that they should stop messing with the parks, to be honest. Mostly.
yeah,
Expanding is fine. Updating is cool. Most people are not gonna want to see like stuff like Matterhorn change at all, Big
no,
Thunder change at
they're
all,
not gonna want it now.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if you're wanting to implement and you're wanting to take away things that aren't like Big Thunder and Matterhorn aren't necessarily like directly related to Disney,
Mm-hmm.
if you're wanting to do that and you're wanting to do that in Disney World and stuff like that, you're better out. They just need to build a Central Park, Central US,
Where though?
Texas. If we're
Tech.
being honest, it would be Texas.
Yeah.
You got the most land, you got the most freedom with building and
They do need to build.
expansion
They do
and
need
all
to
that kind
build
of
there
stuff.
something there. They do need to. There needs to be a third park in the United States.
It's the greatest blank canvas that you can have.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, there's really nowhere else that you would build it.
And with all the money they have, could you imagine? They can make it enjoyable for the summer, and they can make it enjoyable for the winter. Right? We were freezing cold, but they have so much money that Six Flags doesn't have. It's like there's so many things they could do.
Yeah,
And Six Flags was still fun when it was 35 degrees. So they do need a Texas
they do.
location.
Well, and then if you make a location in Texas, then you have accessibility for like most of the country.
Yeah, it just changes a lot.
Because yeah, I get they're all south, but that means they're pretty much within like 10 hours of most places.
Right. And you'd have a season pass. Actually, Mom and Dad and Elijah would. We probably wouldn't, but
I would not.
we could go more often though.
I could have a season pass already if I wanted to.
Yeah, I
I
guess
mean, I'm like 5.5 hours from
that's
Disneyland.
that's true. But no, that's a good idea. They need to build more.
They just do. I don't know what
Because
their
then couldn't they?
hesitation is because it's just a whole blank canvas. They can do whatever they want. They can implement new
It could
stuff.
be a whole new thing. Yeah.
I mean, they don't have to worry about all these restraints that the parks have in terms of land and are like theming already, personal attachment, nostalgia,
And it's
all this different stuff.
also it's west of the Mississippi, so they would be able to have Avengers Campus, correct?
Yeah,
Okay. So yeah. So you could do a Pixar Land. You could do a Disney
that's what I'm saying.
animation.
You
They
could
could
do
do
whole big event, like whole big Marvel thing. They
huge.
actually would have room for. Then
Yeah.
you could do like Coco. That's been a big thing. They've had nowhere to put Coco, and they wanted to put Coco
And it's a
places.
huge. Yeah, it's great. They could do
So you can
Moana
Hispanic,
rides.
like all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
You could have the biggest like Avatar. I mean, I'm talking money maker, like crazy.
yeah.
I
And I mean the Avatar land in Animal Kingdom
hmm
is pretty dang big.
but it's was added there versus it being its own entity at first.
Yeah, true.
So you could have a water
But
ride now. You could, dude,
but
they
yeah,
could go
what I'm saying,
crazy.
yeah, you can. It's an opportunity to add new staples.
Yeah,
You can implement the new styles of rides, like the ones that we were on, like in Six Flags,
yeah.
like the hanging ones and like all that kind of different stuff, and you can theme them and all this. And yeah, it's a new opportunity to be like, this is our fastest roller coaster now. This is our longest water ride ever. This is our blah blah blah. Go
It's
crazy. You
it's
got the
just
space.
it's a chance to take everything that we know and love from Disneyland, Disney World, right? All the movies that they haven't implemented and build it out, right? You just I don't know.
And it gives them the time. That's the thing. Do they have time to like implement these like crazy new ideas into existing parks? No. Can they actually do anything? Pretty much anything to update like the main street area and the middle areas of the park, the walkways,
No.
stuff that you pass on the way to rides? No, because you can't block them.
Yeah, because they're too big. You have to do it in such small
So if
sections.
you want to like implement a fast traveling system, some kind of like tram system that goes through the park or something like that,
Right.
small scale obviously because you don't want to ruin the park
Right.
immersion and all that kind of stuff, and themed,
Uh huh.
you couldn't do it in existing parks. They would have the time to think of an idea, test it, implement it, build it, make sure it's perfect before you release the park. I mean, the park doesn't. They start building right now. They could build it for the next 20 years. They
That's
have
true.
no. They have no obligation for people to build and release it immediately.
It's true. And also the fact that I don't know what Florida's like, but Disneyland is in the middle of a city and you're running out of room.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Disney World, not really,
Yeah, they got more room.
not as much, but it's also not a very good location. It was like built on a marsh.
So Disneyland is 100 acres. And I'm looking at land.com right now. 252 acres. Uh or 252 acres. $3 million. Like that's you're making a lot of you have a lot of room for sale in Texas.
Yeah.
I think that Texans would be mad about it at first, but then probably get over it. That's what I would think.
Yeah, I think that maybe for a little bit there they would be.
As long as you made it where it didn't become a big city around, it was just hotels and like kind of like Magnolia, where it's like you're going into this world. It's even like Disneyland now or probably Disney World's a better example.
Yeah.
But what would you call it? What would you call it? Not Disneyland, not Disney World. You could call it Disneyland Texas, but like
I don't know. I think that it'd be bigger. I
I
don't
would
know.
I would want
Disney
to
Universe or something like that,
Disney
because if you
Universe.
Disneyland started and it was this little pocket, right? And they were like Disney World bigger, Disney World
But now everything's
Disney.
Disneyland Paris because they're like almost carbon copies. But I think
But I think you go bigger and you expand, and so you think of a word that relates to
I,
that.
well, their whole thing is wonder. Their 100-year thing is wonder.
Disney Wonder.
Disney Wonder or like Walt Disney Imagineering Universe or like something like that. The
Is I think you
wonder
name
of
it
Walt Disney
Disneyverse.
or
Disneyverse, bro.
anything. It'd be cool. We're millionaires. Why are we not millionaires, Micah? I don't know. We have the great ideas. Give Bob Chapek on the phone because this is ridiculous. Um, gosh. Okay. We should probably move on. Did you watch any of that '90s show? I wrote right down reaction. I didn't finish it, but
Bro, there's like I'm looking at land right now.
uh huh.
There is so many things over 1,000 acres that they could for sure afford. Oh shoot. Look at this second one. Crescent, Texas, 17 or 7700
What?
Old Granbury Road.
What is the address?
7700 Old Granbury Road. It is, yeah, it's like there's two locations over 1,000 acres that are on either side of Granbury, but this Crescent one is Crescent's in between Granbury and Benbrook, which is right by Fort Worth. So it's in between Fort Worth and Dallas and Granbury.
Oh my gosh, this would be
Middle of
awesome.
middle of nowhere, Like there's nothing around it, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
it's 1.7K acres for
30.
$31 million.
Yeah, I see it. That's crazy. That'd be cool, dude.
It'd be perfect.
It'd be so awesome.
And there's stuff like this one outside of Waco. I mean, there's a lot you could do. You could also do like this one right here, which is just over 1,000 in Rockport, Texas, which is like Corpus Christi. So it's right on the bay
Right.
and stuff. So yeah. There's options, man. If you want to do beachy, coastal, if you want to do,
There's a
I mean,
lot.
they could do like crazy.
They could do a lot of things.
No way that's.
I think, do you know what I think
that's
we should do for next episode? We should try to craft our dream. Just craft our dream, whatever, like Disney universe or whatever we want to call it, and create different lands with different rides. Obviously, we wouldn't know what kind of rides, but like in general.
This is what I should have done for my. I guess I still could.
Oh, your project.
For my senior project, I could brand a new theme park.
Did you decide what you are doing?
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm doing a Hood Canal like shop.
That's sick.
So different like merch items. Like
Dog, you could actually pitch it. You could actually
patches and
pitch it.
stickers and pins and like car fresheners and hats.
Could you make them?
Shirts.
Legit, because
Yeah.
it's just a place.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And they don't have to like even say Hood Canal, but they could.
They could,
Yeah. They don't. Doesn't matter. It's a place.
Right. Did you watch that 90s show or some of it?
I did. Watched a couple episodes.
All I say is like when the old cast is there, it's like pretty fun, pretty nostalgic. The new characters are fine. They're not the worst. They're not the best. But Red and Kitty carry hard.
Oh yeah,
like very hard. That's all I'll say. So, I don't know if you have any other thoughts about it. I just put it in quickly.
No, it's the same thing. And I don't think they selected talent very well.
The girl,
and I think that the writing's probably the biggest problem.
The girl that plays their daughter, Leia, is not bad.
No, she's not. That's true. Kelso's kid, he really annoyed me from the very beginning.
Yeah.
The Asian kid, he annoyed me.
Yeah.
And
the girl that looks like Hyde's not the worst, but
no, she's not the worst.
It's the other two. The couple is so annoying, like madly annoying.
Yeah.
It's really Leia and then the Hyde type character that are decent.
Yep. Pretty much. That's pretty much it. So I think that the casting was not great, and then I think that the writing is just very Disney Channel.
Yeah, writing is it's Disney Channel rated R. That's all it is.
Pretty much.
So
yeah, it's disappointing.
It is. Very much so. So I'm sad that I forgot about this movie. I heard about it, but I don't think we've ever talked about it. It's definitely in my top 10 most anticipated for this year. But Ben Affleck and Matt Damon co-wrote, and Ben Affleck's directing, and they're co-starring in a movie called Nike, or called Air. I think it's called Air. It's called Air. We're going to be released April 5th. And the film follows Nike's initial efforts to sign Michael Jordan to a shoe contract. Matt Damon is going to be playing Sonny Vaccaro, who is the guy that's like very heavily involved in getting MJ to sign to Nike instead of Adidas. And then Ben Affleck is playing Phil Knight. Like, that is going to be good. Like, I already love Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. Like, them as a duo is insane.
Well, they made a movie before that they wrote and starred in.
This one of my favorite movies.
It was all right.
I think is one of the best movies ever made. One of like 10 movies I think is perfect. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
They did Good Will Hunting. Um, now this is gonna be sick, dude.
it's gonna be good.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So, should we go into Oscars?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so we're gonna go through our the Oscars like uh nominees and like all that type of stuff. Obviously, we have not seen everything, um, so that alters our opinion a little bit. But and for things that Micah hasn't seen, I probably have seen. So,
Yeah.
all right, and so we'll go category by category, and then can talk who we think is gonna win and if there's anybody snubbed from the category. So, actor in a leading role nominees: Austin Butler in Elvis, Colin Farrell in Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser in The Whale, Paul Mescal in Aftersun, and Bill Nighy in Living. Um, I don't think any snubs in this category at all. Uh,
No,
I didn't see Living. You haven't seen The Whale or Aftersun, right?
no, no.
But I saw both of those. Um, I don't know who I know who I want to win. I don't know who's gonna win. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
Like I want Brendan Fraser to win. Fraser to win.
yeah.
But I also wouldn't be mad if Austin Butler won. I don't
I
know.
know it's hard. Yeah, it's
Actually, who
just
I
hard. It's just really hard to like just to justify Austin Butler losing,
yeah.
but it's not like it's also just not fair because he spent like 2 years, 3 years being learning to just be Elvis
Did a
at
great job.
Graceland, and he did a great job, and it was a big hit. So it's like, how do you not say that's the best lead actor? Because none of these other dudes had an opportunity to be 3 years to dig into a character.
I do think though, I think if I were to give the award out personally, I would give it to Paul Mescal for After Sun. But I get the like the Austin Butler Elvis thing. Like he embodied like the movie wasn't perfect and it was weighed down by, Tom Hanks, but like he
Mhm.
was so good in it.
He
I
was.
don't know. It's a very stacked list.
I mean, I've only seen two of the movies, so but
Right.
on it, I mean, if I was giving out the award, I would not give it to Austin Butler either.
You wouldn't?
No, I would give it to Colin Farrell
Yeah. He's great, dude. He's great in Banshees.
because he killed that movie,
He was
and that
so.
movie was much better than Elvis.
Oh, yeah. Elvis, yeah, we'll talk about Best Picture in a little bit, but this one's easy. Actors in supporting role nominees: Brendan Gleeson in Banshees, Brian Tyree Henry in Causeway, Judd Hirsch in The Fablemans, Barry Keoghan in The Banshees, and Ke Huy Quan in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Um,
Ke Huy Quan.
it's not a question. He's gonna win. It's who we want to win.
I
Brendan Gleeson.
loved I loved Barry Keoghan also.
He was great in Banshees too.
He was awesome. But yeah, it definitely going.
I didn't see Causeway and Fablemans. I thought Paul Dano should have got a nomination versus Jude Hirsch. Jude Hirsch is like his grandpa type figure. Paul Dano's his dad, and I thought he should have been in it way more than. But
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter. Ke Huy Quan is gonna win. I've never seen a
yeah.
bigger lock in my life. Okay, actress in a leading role: Kate Blanchett for Tar, Ana de Armas in Blonde, Andrea Riseborough in To Leslie, Michelle Williams in The Fablemans, and Michelle Yeoh in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I'm gonna maximize my odds and say Michelle wins.
It won't be Michelle Williams. I can tell you that she was
It
fine.
won't. It won't. It's
It's
gonna be Michelle Yeoh.
or Kate Blanchett could win it too.
That's
I
true.
didn't see Tar, but people are like she's great in Tar. Um, but I didn't see this movie. It's on my watch list, but Decision to Leave. It's a foreign film, I'm pretty sure. But the lead actress in that apparently is snubbed. That's I don't know. I don't remember her name,
Gotcha.
but that's what people are saying. So, actress in a supporting role nominees: Angela Bassett in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. First ever Marvel actor or actress to get nominated for a role. Hong Chow in The Whale, Carrie Condon in Banshees, Jamie Lee Curtis in Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Stephanie Sue in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Um, Jamie Lee Curtis should not be on this list.
No, she was cool. Like she was fun.
She was
But
good, but she wasn't.
she was not a supporting actress in my
like
opinion. She
not.
didn't support the movie at all. She was like a minion, just a top minion.
Yeah, like she was good. She did a really good job, but nah. So,
Nah.
um, I I don't know. So you've seen everything but The Whale in this list.
Yeah, so I don't know how good she was.
She was good. She does. I don't think she deserved a win. She was good for sure, but um, for me, I gotta go Stephanie Sue. I don't know. She was great.
She was good. Yeah.
I had to go her or Carrie Condon, but
I would say Carrie Condon. I think that Stephanie Sue wasn't she just wasn't pushed that far. She didn't have to display too much.
yeah, I can see that.
Like her role, despite being a really
Important.
a really important role, I just don't think that she was really challenged that much with the role. I think she was pretty stagnant and pretty much yeah, she just played the same thing the whole time, wasn't really
Mm-hmm.
given an opportunity to show emotion
Right.
or anything like that.
Yeah, until like the very end, but it was minimal.
Yeah. She was just kind of like there to be stubborn the whole time
She was.
and stiff-minded, like no matter what
Yeah.
role she was in or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Carrie Condon.
Is your mic by something?
Is my mic by something?
Yeah,
What was it doing?
it was like bumping into something.
It might make moves, and it was
Yeah,
hitting.
so it's like
It was hitting my screen.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, I
It was
fixed
it only happened like
that.
a little bit.
Yeah, it just moves. It's just weighted, and so it just moves. I try to fix it a lot, but yeah, Carrie Condon was great. She should win.
Nice.
Animated feature. Nominees: Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, which should not be nominated considering that it has live action in it. And if the Lego movie can't win because it has the live action, this shouldn't be able to win either.
I wanted to see Marcel the Shell with
I
Shoes
still
On
really
for
want to
so
see it.
long.
I want
For
to see it
so long. It's on nothing.
I know.
It's never on anything.
It's A24, bro. They need their own streaming service. We'd pay for it. It's
I
ridiculous.
just want to watch it so bad.
Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, The Sea Beast, and Turning Red.
Obviously, I have not seen all these movies.
We haven't. I haven't seen Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. That's it.
I haven't seen that in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. But from like what I've seen and heard and known and all that kind of stuff and everything, it sounds like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is the fan favorite to win.
Pinocchio's.
Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, though being nominated, that's with that not being nominated. With that being nominated, despite there being live action, I think that will probably win.
I think Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio will win. Honestly,
Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio is my pick.
I think it's that or Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots was freaking awesome.
I just know everyone loved Marcel the Shell.
Yeah,
and it's like it's an Oscar movie.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's deep, like,
yeah.
So it's an Oscar movie.
Yeah, I get it. I wouldn't be mad if any of them won. Besides, I think Turning
Honestly,
Red.
I would be mad about Turning Red. The Sea Beast, I think doesn't.
It doesn't
compared to the other movies, it doesn't deserve to win. But I think it was an awesome movie.
It was awesome. My rating of it has gone down since.
Yeah, it's changed. It's changed a lot. Yeah.
It's like a 4-star movie in my opinion. It's good. I love it, but yeah. Um. Okay. Cinematography. All Quiet on the Western Front. Bardo, False Chronicle of Handful Truths. Elvis, Empire of Light, and Tar. And I've only seen Elvis.
Hmm.
Um. Here's the thing.
All Quiet on the Western Front.
Is
I'm sure
that's what
war
should
movies
win.
that are good are always
That should win.
great cinematography.
Is what I hear, what I read, all that stuff. That's what.
Elvis had good cinematography. It was really unique. It was very fitting for the movie. It was pretty perfect. But I yeah, I doubt it was better than All Quiet on the Western Front.
Here's the
And
snub.
you can put in the snub that everyone knows,
The Batman.
which should have won.
It has the best cinematography of the year. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. It's a comic movie. It was incredible.
It was
Like,
so good.
oh my gosh,
I mean, the
such a
entire the entire movie you could say was made through cinematography.
yeah.
It wouldn't have been the same.
No, if the cinematography wasn't as good as it was like
The movie would not have been great. It just wouldn't have been because it
as
would have
good.
not made sense with the character that they made and all. The cinematography carried hard.
It was so
It was
good.
so good.
Yeah, it's so sad to see that it got snubbed. I can't believe it. It sucks.
It does suck.
So my vote's for All Quiet on the Western Front. I still haven't watched it. It's on
Yeah,
Netflix.
even though I haven't seen it, that's my pick
Yeah.
that I think will win.
Do you care about costume design?
No.
Okay, so we'll skip costume design. I'll just say I think Babylon should win. Um, directing Martin McDonough, I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. Banshees of Inisherin, The Daniels with Everything Everywhere All at Once, Steven Spielberg with The Fablemans, Todd Field with Tar, Triangle of Sadness with Ruben Ostlund. I know who I want to win, who I think deserves to win, and I know who I think will win.
Okay, what do you think?
I want Martin McDonough to win.
Mm-hmm.
I
Me
thought
too.
he did the best. Like the Daniels were great and everything everywhere all at once, but I thought he was amazing
Mm-hmm.
direction in Banshees. But Steven Spielberg's gonna win.
Probably.
The movie was good enough where like it was good. It was a good movie, you know. Like I think it was in my top 10 of the year, and so it's just let's see, or it's just outside my top 10. It's at 12 for me of the year. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. It was it was great. So oh goodness. What do you think? Oh, your mic.
Freaking light.
No.
This is freaking light, dude. What are you saying?
Who do you think's gonna win? Or who do you want to win?
Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks that Steven Spielberg will win, but most likely, because The Fablemans is the biggest Oscar bait I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Um,
Kind of ridiculous.
I think the last we'll do, yeah, we'll do this final two. We'll do original score, and then we'll do best picture. So original score nominees. Um, oh, there should be screenplay. We should do too. All Quiet on the Western Front, Babylon, Banshees, Fablemans, and Everything Everywhere All at Once. My vote is for Babylon, which you haven't seen, but also Batman snubbed again.
Votes Batman.
uh, Batman's score was better than Fableman's and Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I haven't seen Babylon. Um, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I didn't really notice the score that much, so
I noticed it
I would say it can't be that big.
when I rewatched it. I noticed it a lot more.
So I would say Banshees.
Yeah, I think Babylon will win.
Makes sense.
Original screenplay. Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Fablemans, Tar, and Triangle of Sadness. Everything Everywhere All at Once or Banshees. I don't care who wins. Either one of those should win.
Yeah, definitely.
In my opinion. And then
Agreed.
adapted screenplay. I figured adapted is like where there's a pre-existing story and then someone rewrites it to fit it. I guess so. All Quiet on the Western Front, Glass Onion, Living, Top Gun Maverick, and Woman Talking. Probably All Quiet on the Western Front. I don't really know. Woman Talking apparently is really good.
Yeah. Top Gun probably will win because they have to win. They have to win something.
They do have to win something. They'll win like sound or visual effects. The Batman
visual effects, maybe.
The Batman got nominated for visual effects. Actually, no, Avatar's gonna win that. Duh.
Oh yeah, Avatar.
Okay.
Never mind. They'll probably they'll win.
All right. Best Picture.
Oh well.
I will say the Batman was snubbed hard in Best Picture. Okay. Nominees for Best Picture: All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fablemans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Talking. Thoughts?
Elvis should not be on here.
Neither should Avatar.
Avatar, I think, has a pretty good likelihood of winning, which sucks.
It was not even a top 10 movie this year. Like,
no, it shouldn't. What should win? My 3 picks would be Banshees, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Top Gun.
That would be mine as well. What should win is Everything
I would
Everywhere.
say in that order would be my pick.
You would go Banshees? Do you like Banshees better than Everything Everywhere All at Once?
I do.
I need to rewatch it. I really want to rewatch it.
And I think that it might be because I got cut off from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
That's a good point.
I watched it in 3 segments.
Yeah, that sucks. But yeah.
But I think that I would still. I think that Everything Everywhere All at Once would be higher on my list of movies.
Mm-hmm.
But it would not move up to Banshees. I mean, Banshees is 11 slots higher than.
Oh, of 2022?
No, of all time.
How high do you have Banshees of all time?
15.
Okay. That's your favorite. That's not like how good. Again, that's the mix kind of thing. Like how.
Yeah, where it's kind of mixed.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
In 2022,
Banshees probably 2.
Actually, yeah, I watched those in. Actually, they're not ranked. That's the problem.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Because I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once in 2023, and I watched Banshees in 2022.
Gotcha.
So nice. They're in separate lists.
I think the Fablemans could win this. I don't want it to. But if Avatar wins, it's like, come on. Like, Top Gun Maverick is a better movie than Avatar: The Way of Water. So, and I don't think Top Gun should win. I loved Top Gun. Loved it. But it should not win. And Elvis has no business being here. There's a couple I haven't seen still, obviously, of these movies, but Elvis was not that good. No, I've watched it twice now. It's not that good.
I've seen it twice. The second time I watched it was much worse.
Like, Austin Butler is phenomenal, and it's really interesting
great.
Story.
And it was interesting to see because the second time I watched it, I was with Maddie.
Yeah.
Right.
Jenna
she loved it.
Loved it too. Yeah.
And I was like, I hyped it up so much, and I was like, it's like you just gotta see it. And then it was one of those. I wasn't like in the movie like.
Yeah.
I was like, this movie is so long.
Yeah. It's also not that long. Jenna loved it. She loved Elvis.
Yeah, Maddie loved it too. And then I was like, Letterboxd edit list.
4-star. I think I have it a 4-star now.
All the way down. I wonder even where it's at on my list of movies at this point.
My 2022 list.
I feel like it's not that high anymore. Maybe I passed it? There's no way I passed it. You can't miss the cover art. There's no way it's this high.
Mine, mine dropped to 17 from 9.
Of all time or 2023
2022.
or 2022? Okay, yeah. I
Where
don't know if
I,
I've updated my 2022
yeah,
list, but
like I had it above
oh, it's at 20,
all time or 2022.
2022.
But you have other movies too, non-released, non right on that list.
Yeah,
Okay,
not just released in 2022.
yeah,
I mean, I have it. It'd probably move also again a little
but
bit.
I had it behind Black Panther, with the Fablemans, Glass Onion, Hustle. I had it above all these: Hustle, Werewolf by Night, Nope, and Devotion, and I moved it back. I moved it behind those now, where it's like a 4-star movie. It's a little,
Yeah,
it's a little bit better than Massive Talent, in my opinion. Yeah, so
uh,
it's
and in
interesting.
my movies of all time, it is 62.
Yeah, that'll do it.
At one point, it was probably like 15. At
Yeah.
one point, it was probably like 8.
Like this is
That was
perfect.
like its peak when I like put it
It
up,
was
and then
peak when it came out, and then it's like you actually watch it and you realize how bad Tom Hanks is, and like
see what it's by. Okay, so the one. Okay, the 5 movies in front of it: Top Gun, Captain America: Civil War, The Amazing Spider-Man, Fast and the Furious 1, um, Indiana Jones: Raiders of the Lost Ark,
mm.
then Elvis, then behind it, Tick Tick Boom, Marriage Story, Disturbia, Spider-Man 2, and Tarzan,
The
the
five
first
movies before
original animated.
the 5 movies before it that you said.
Yeah,
Wait, was the second 5 what's after Elvis or before Elvis?
after.
Those movies
So
are.
starting from 57,
Uh huh.
it goes Top Gun, Civil War, The Amazing Spider-Man, Fast and the Furious, Raiders of the Lost Ark, the Elvis at 62, and
Okay.
then after at 63, Tick Tick Boom, Marriage Story, Disturbia, Spider-Man 2, and Tarzan.
Those movies are all. I don't know about Tick Tick Boom, but those movies are all better than Elvis.
Yeah, I just said that I would probably move it again, but that's where
Yeah,
that's where it's at right now.
that's funny. Yeah, you gotta
Where it'd
take some.
probably go?
Mine wouldn't be my top 100.
No.
I'm getting really detailed with it, so I haven't made my list because I'm still reviewing everything. I'm still writing a score out of 100, so I can have like an accurate like best movie versus. I'm gonna do a favorites list too, but
Yeah, I need to go through and actually reorder it now because I got it mostly reordered. So
yeah,
now I can go through and start at number 1 and be like this or that,
out of 100,
and then this or that, and then this or that,
I
and then
should
this or
send. I
that.
should send you
And then when
this.
I go, well, yeah, and then I can use something
Uh,
like that. But then when I go, I'm gonna rank them first and not rate them.
and
Like keep
then
their
rate
ratings the same
them.
and then rate them based because I don't want to rate it and then do it. I want to look at 2 films
Yeah,
sequentially. So my top 2, Interstellar, Whiplash, and be like this or that. Interstellar, okay, Whiplash, Lord of the Rings, this or that. Whiplash, cool. Lord of the Rings, The Batman, this or that. And
yeah,
my top is pretty good right now, but then like, then I can really get it and be like, which
yeah,
one would I rather?
yeah,
Which one did I like more?
yeah. I want to do it because you're doing like every movie you've ever watched ranked, which is hard.
It
Um,
was yeah, that's why I spent like 2 hours like
yeah.
last night or something like that doing like the bottom part of my list, just trying to get it like shifted out. Because I have like and I deleted some movies off of it that I'm like, I don't even want to rank these.
Right.
Um, because the original idea was just every movie I've seen I want to rank, but then
Yeah.
now I'm probably gonna do anything I'd rate like 3 stars.
Yeah, because what I'm doing is I'm gonna do a list of my favorite movies. So it doesn't matter the rank or like how what I rate it out of 100. It's like, do I love this movie? Like, Stand by Me is I think a 5-star movie, but like in my top 100 would be National Treasure because it's freaking awesome. It's not
Yeah.
a good movie. It's not a good movie, but I love it. Just like I love Transformers or Pirates of the Caribbean, things like that. But then my other list is my greatest movies of all time. I'll take every movie I've ever rated 5 stars and rank them, and then I'll do like you said, like a top, like as many as I can within like 3 stars or higher, because it's not
Yep.
worth me rating Marmaduke or Space Jam: A New Legacy. Like it's a
Ex-
10 out of 100. Like I don't care.
exactly. Yeah.
So
I've like right now I need to delete some more, but I'm gonna have about, yeah, 275 movies on this list.
yeah, that's a lot.
And then yeah, I just really want it. I'm gonna spend so much time getting it to where I want it to be, so that I can just add movies
It's fun. It's
and
really
then
fun.
drag it. It'll be a lot nicer once it's actually set in
Hmm.
stone.
It's
And
such a
then I
good.
can just add movies to it, and then all I have to worry about is those new movies. So if
Yeah,
my opinion changes on that movie, I can just drop it and use the list as its own scale.
yeah, because like right now, like for 2023 movies, obviously I do the released in 2023, and then I just do in any movie I watched in 2023. Keeping up with it makes it so much easier because I'll go. I rated this a 4.5 with this score, but I think it's a little worse than this. Here's the score, and it's just easy to punch it in.
Yeah, those specific year ones are way
Way easier because you're going along
easier.
with it.
You're going, yeah, it's as you go.
So, but
So you start with a movie, and then you can adjust them when you're like, if you were like, what was the first movie I watched? I think it was No Country for Old Men.
this year, yeah, that's high up.
Yeah. So I rated it pretty good. Um, or yeah, it was. And then I was like, I get to the next movie. But for example, if I was like Perks of Being a Wallflower, and I was like, yeah, it's like a 4.5, 4-star movie. And then I was like, and then I watched another movie like Beautiful Boy or something like that. And I was like, this is like a 4.5-star movie. But
Mm-hmm.
wait, I think that Perks of Being a Wallflower is better. Then I can, like, adjust it and be like, is Perks of Being a Wallflower a 5-star movie, or is Beautiful Boy a 4-star movie?
Right,
Or are they the same but like the same star rating but different out of 100?
right.
And you can go through and adjust everything,
It's a lot easier.
which is just, yeah, it's way nicer because it's much more difficult with 300 movies to do that.
It's a lot. It's a lot more difficult. It's not even a little more. It's a lot more difficult.
But it'll be really nice once it's done, though.
It will be
Have such a
nice.
big list of
It's
movies.
just so. It just takes so long to do. But
Yep. So I'm trying to do it in pieces, and I'm trying to do it multiple times.
yeah,
Trying to not think too much, and then do
I
it, and then go wait, take a break, like for a day or two, and then go back and then redo the whole thing, so that things are shifting constantly over and over again until I'm like done it like 5 times, and I'm like, good enough.
good enough exactly. Speaking of movies with ratings, but not good ratings. I saw this idea. I got this idea from the Real Talk podcast, where they did a draft. I figured it'd be funnier to do a rating because it's like a rank because it's actually kind of hard. And you're not pandering to trying to get like, oh, this would be better together or anything like that. But
Yep.
what are our top 5 movies with an average rating of 2.5 stars or under on Letterboxd? So not what we rate it, but what most people on Letterboxd rate the movie. Um, what do you? Yeah, like how it's like movies people think are bad. Um, there was a clear number one for me. I'll just say that.
Really?
100%. It was like without a shadow of a doubt. It was hard. I just basically went through every movie I watched, and then sorted it from lowest rated on average, and then just picked. So
Yeah.
oh,
I think I have like, well, let me see. From my list of movies.
mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Yeah, I only had like 6
Okay,
that I can find
and you had to
that
look
were
look up some.
like, yeah, it was a struggle.
It was hard
Um,
because I was like, I don't.
yeah. So you want me to start us off?
Yeah, feel free.
Second.
I have a feeling, Micah, that you're gonna be like, that movie's a 2.5 or under, and then be mad because your list would
Yeah,
probably
it's just it was just really hard to find, to be honest.
yeah, I can
That's
guarantee I can
that's
yeah.
like the only thing.
Okay, what's your number 8?
My number 8, I have wait. Okay, yeah. I have Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
I almost put this on my I almost put it on mine.
Yeah, so it was a 2.5 on the dot.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty bad.
It is pretty
And
bad.
I'll be the first person to tell you it's bad, but it's fun.
Yeah,
So
it is fun.
it made it on my list.
Um for my number 8, has an average of 1.7 on Letterboxd. I have a movie called Songbird. Uh
Songbird.
it is the KJ Appa pandemic movie.
Oh,
I watched it during the pandemic, like right when we moved to the battleground house, and so like
okay, yeah.
it was dope. Or I guess that was a year later, but still, like, similar time. But yeah, I mean, it's not that good. It's just fun to watch.
That's that is hilarious.
Yeah, so I don't
I
think it's.
remember you talking about that. I remember you talking
I
about that
enjoyed it when
movie.
I watched it, but then looking back, I'm like, it's not that good. So,
Yeah.
but okay, that was my 8.
All right. My number 7, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, my number 7 is The Pacifier.
that's a goated movie. That's a great pick. I didn't think
Two
about that. I didn't see that one.
2.5 on the dime again.
That's funny.
Um, yeah, it's a great movie. Vin
Vin
Diesel,
Diesel in
he's a
such a
babysitter,
stupid role.
overqualified babysitter,
Exactly.
and the neighbors are spies for some reason.
It's such
Or
a weird,
some
such a,
ninja people with a
it's,
safe.
it's such a weird movie.
I could not explain the plot of the movie, and I've seen it probably 15 times.
Yeah, when we were kids, we
I
watched
don't
it a
actually
lot.
know I don't actually know what like the dire like need for anything. I don't know what the villains are. I don't know what they're doing. I don't actually remember
I don't remember
or know.
anything.
I don't know what he's doing there,
I just
or
remember there's like
why
some
they go to the
backstory.
basement.
Yeah,
Why they go to the basement and do the song thing and then it unlocks like a thumb
that's
drive
right.
or
The
something. I
song.
have I have no idea why. I have
Yeah,
no idea what it is. I know he's like kind of military, so it's like government stuff,
yeah, it's weird.
and they're like from I don't know if they're Chinese or Korean or something. They're from a different the neighbors.
Hmm.
So weird. But
Right.
yeah, that's it.
That's hilarious.
The pacifier.
My number 7, average of 2.4. I got Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, every Alvin and the Chipmunks is under a 2.5.
Oh shoot. Well, I'm changing my list right now.
Alvin and the Chipmunks 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I got Alvin and Chipmunks. It's probably my favorite Alvin and Chipmunks movie. They're not good movies, but like they're fun to
They're
watch.
great movies.
Shut up. I know what you mean though. Yeah, so I got Alvin and the Chipmunks. That's my number 7.
Fire. Yeah. Um. Well, I just added my next one. My
Oh,
number 6.
okay.
My number 6 is Alvin and the Chipmunks. Chipwrecked.
The goat.
I love Chipwrecked.
It
It is so funny.
it is hilarious. It is a good one.
Yep. So that's mine.
My number 6, I have it's a 2.3. What's Chipwrecked average score?
No, I didn't look.
Oh, okay.
You just told me that it was under.
It's under, I know that. It's got to be really
Um,
low.
2.1.
Okay. My number 6, 2.3 average rating. I have Transformers Revenge of the Fallen.
Okay. Okay.
Solid movie. Not the best out of the trilogy. Probably the worst out of that trilogy, but
Oh
Still,
yeah, for sure.
still good. Number 5, top 5.
We're into the top 5, okay?
These
And
are
we're starting
riveting
my
movies.
my top 5
Yep.
starts out with Transformers: Dark of the Moon,
Mine's higher.
which has a rating of 2.4.
Yeah, mine's higher. I'll just say that. Um, I am gonna say what do we got here? Goodness, 5. Yes. I got Baywatch. It's an average rating of 2.3. The Rock Zac Efron Baywatch at my 5 spot.
Okay, I didn't know that was that low. I figured
Yeah.
that was like a 3-star rating.
Yeah, I mean,
Somewhere around there. That's
right.
funny.
So,
Yeah, sweet. Well, my next one, my number 4, is
mm-hmm.
going to be Dinner for Schmucks. I don't know if you've ever seen that one. That's
That's
Paul Rudd and Steve Carell.
I haven't seen that. That's
And
hilarious.
Steve Carell plays this like really, really weird dude, right?
Yeah,
Super odd fella, and he like turns dead rats that get run over into like little figurines for his like fake life,
yeah,
and he's just like a really sad person.
right.
And Paul Rudd plays a businessman who just gets like promoted or something like that, and he's got this dinner, this business dinner, and they all bring a really weird person to perform and make fun of,
Mm.
and so he finds Steve Carell's character or whatever and brings him, and then they end up like being friends, right?
Right.
And like, but yeah, they go, and it's hilarious. It's really funny.
Yeah, that's
I love it a
great.
lot.
I need to watch that. My number 4 at a 2.3. I don't. I wonder if you missed this one. It's one of the goats. Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Oh, I did not. I did not see that one.
Yeah,
Dang.
iconic. One of the fun. It's so bad, but I love it so much. Um,
Dang.
dang is right. So,
Dang it, that's rough. Oh well.
my top 2, you're gonna be like, crap. I guarantee it.
Probably.
What's your number 3?
My number 3 is going to be Shark Boy and Lava
I
Girl.
had it on my list. I took it off. It's a great movie.
It's a good one.
It's a really bad one, but like it is.
Nah, it's a really good one though.
My number 3, I got Transformers: Dark of the Moon. Um, it's the second best Transformers movie. So I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy as a 2.4. That's actually wild to me.
Dark of the Moon. Yeah, I know.
I don't
I'm
get it.
not
It's not
sure I
that
really
bad.
understand that.
It's
Yeah,
not
I thought
that
it
bad.
was. I was like really surprised
Yeah.
when I found out that it was, that it was that low.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess to each their own.
I guess
So no,
so.
I don't know what else to say about that one.
Right.
Okay, what are we at?
Number 2, top 2.
Number 2. Yeah. My number 2. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it. Might switch it up. Ooh. I'm gonna say Scoob
That's a
for my
great
number
movie.
2.
That's a
I
great
thought it was
movie.
a good movie.
I loved it. It was
So
fun to watch.
I'm gonna go with Scoob.
Nice.
It was a fun one. I really don't think it was that bad
No, I didn't think it was that bad.
that it
Maybe
needed to be that low, but
the
I
best
don't know. I
recent
just
adaptation of Scooby Doo.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched it in a while. The first time I watched it, I felt like it was not that bad.
Yeah, had a nice heartwarming story at the end. Like, can't ask for much more.
Yeah, it's nothing like the new Velma.
That's true. My number 2, I got Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. You missed it. This movie is great, dude. This movie's so good. I couldn't believe it. It's a 2.5 on the dot average rating.
Dang it, man.
I know. I have it rated a 3-star. Just
Oh, that's rough.
that hurts, doesn't it? what's your
That
nu-
really hurts.
What's your number one?
Number one's so funny.
You put some dumb movie.
It is very dumb.
Oh
But it's
gosh.
I love it though. It's Open Season
That's a
2.
two. I was gonna say the first open season's great.
No, the first Open Season's a 2.7.
Dang. I
Yeah,
feel
so it
like
just missed. But I loved Open Season 2 also.
that's a great
That's the
pick.
one that's the one where they go to like the water park, right?
Oh, you're right. That is a fun one.
I think
That's
it's either that or 3, but both of them are 3 is 1.8 and
hmm
this one and 2 is a 2.2. So I'm guessing it was 2.
nice.
But yeah.
And my number one is, although it's not good in its respective, it's still fun to watch. I got Batman versus Superman.
It was below
It's a
2.5.
2.5 on the dot. And
Dang, I would have definitely put. I like that movie's like entertaining.
it's super
It's very
entertaining.
very entertaining.
Henry
I think
Cavill,
Ben Affleck's a great
he's a
Batman.
yeah, exactly. Like it's a good movie. It's not as good as other ones, but like I like it, you know.
I actually, yeah, I'd enjoy it. I'd probably give it like a 3, probably 3 stars, 3.5 maybe.
I gave it a 3.5, I think. Yeah, I gave it a 3.5. It's
So
above
yeah,
average. It's not the worst thing in the world.
no, I definitely think it's above average.
It's probably the best under 2.5 movie, that I've seen. So
Probably.
nice. But those are our, that's our top 5 movies under average score of 2.5 on Letterboxd. So, um, now moving on.
Raft.
Draft time.
Draft
I
time.
gotta get out.
This one's gonna
Letterboxd.
be. This one's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna have enough. I'm gonna have to do some extra digging
There's so many.
if you steal mine.
I'm definitely gonna steal some. I can guarantee it.
Yeah.
Did I pick first last? I think I did.
I got 8 movies listed right now, but uh no, I did because I picked, I think.
Oh, okay.
So you get first pick.
I'll take first. Gosh, I don't want first pick because I want to pick based on what you pick. Um, oh my gosh. I don't even know what to start with. There's so many. I'm gonna take Marley and Me.
Darn.
Were you thinking about that one?
I had that one.
Yeah.
That was on my list for sure. I'm going to take. Okay, let me get rid of Marley. Oh, dang. I'm gonna take The Notebook
It's a great pick.
just for the popularity of how sad it is.
It's
I think
definitely sad.
it'll be popular pick.
Um, I'm gonna go. Like, there's a movie that I want to go with, but like nobody's seen it, so like it's kind of hard for me to, actually do it. I'm gonna go Manchester by the Sea. That movie's sad.
I thought it was a sleeper, man. I thought I was
I
gonna get a steal at like 4.
that movie's sad, dude.
Dang, dude.
Sorry. Sorry, Braddock.
You know what? I'm gonna take another really popular one.
Oh gosh, don't take it.
Um, one of the best movies ever made.
Oh, dang.
It's got a really sad scene,
I know exactly what you're gonna take. You
but
stupid.
just remember, it's not your fault.
Gosh, dang it! That's what I wanted next.
It's not your
Uh
fault. Good Will Hunting.
movie's so, dude. The ending of that movie is so
It
sad.
got me. It got me. It got me for sure.
Yeah, it got everyone. Um, I'm. Oh goodness. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna take Marriage Story. Movie's incredibly heartbreaking.
It was heartbreaking. It didn't
Um,
make me cry, but
it's a
it was
sad. It's a
it
sad
was
movie.
really sad.
There's lots of movies I haven't seen that I know are sad, but I don't know if I want to pick because I haven't seen them, so I haven't experienced
I'm
this.
not picking ones I haven't seen.
Like I know Schindler's List is really sad, but
Yeah.
I
So
haven't.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind's supposed to be pretty sad too,
Yeah.
and the Green Mile. I almost watched the Green Mile last night.
Yeah, Requiem for a Dream supposed to be sad. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 hour photo supposed to be really sad.
Come and see. There's a lot of them, but
Yep.
good.
Next one, I'm stealing one from you, and I'm taking Bridge to Terabithia.
Dang it! I thought I could wait. Ah, it's a movie I cried in first. First ever movie I ever cried in. No way you stole that.
Probably same.
Um,
What
gosh,
was that? Number 3. 2 more. Okay.
that really screws the pooch.
I know which ones I want.
Um, I'm gonna wait to take this one for a 5. I think because I think I'll get it. I'm gonna take. It's so. I'm between two. I'm taking La La Land.
That was my next pick.
I was between I
Oh,
was between that and another one, but I feel like this movie is definitely sadder than the other one I was thinking.
dang it, bro. Gosh.
Sorry about it. You took Bridge to Terabithia. I wanted that. I would have traded you.
Oh, dang. No, I don't want to trade that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Bridge to Terabithia is better. Oh, I think I'm gonna take Moonlight.
I haven't seen that.
It's definitely very sad.
The thing is, do I want to stick true to myself or do I want to pander if we post it? That's the question. Because there's a movie I think is this easily one of the saddest movies I've ever seen. But
Do it then.
I'm going to. Nobody's seen it. I'm taking After Sun. It was so sad. It was so sad. I'm like almost tearing up.
I'm gonna take the last movie.
Nice.
I cried too. That's the last one.
That's a good one. That's fair.
Beautiful boy. Yeah, but left on my list.
Up.
Up was on it. I took it off.
Wall-E.
Wally's was on it. I took it off. But my last two sitting here, in case you took ones, was A Star Is Born
I had that.
and Inside Out. Inside Out's not even an overall sad movie.
But
But when Bing Bong said "Take her to the moon" for me, I wept.
Also, if we had more people, it'd be a little harder. But Avengers Endgame, is a good late round pick if we had more people. Forrest Gump.
Yeah, Forrest Gump's pretty sad.
But Good Will Hunting is a great pick. Coco, Pursuit of Happiness,
Coco's
Fault in
really
Our
sad.
Stars.
Remember the Titan.
Yeah, like there's good ones.
The one we watched this week's pretty sad. Pretty sad too.
Lion King.
It would be a late one, but
yeah, I don't think I would. It had way too many uplifting. Like Beautiful Boy was pretty down the whole movie. Like there was positive elements, but it was pretty down.
Yeah, it was.
But movie watch.
But yeah,
it's a good draft. What have you been watching?
I only watch TV shows.
Gotcha.
I've watched more of The Boys.
Nice.
Which is pretty good now. I'm on to the last season, so I'll be done pretty soon. And then I watched the first 2 episodes of Last of Us.
Nice.
Which is incredible.
Yeah, here's
and
great.
I think it is rated atop the best movies or TV shows of all time. Um,
So
with
far.
like Breaking Bad and all that.
Yeah.
And I think that it will be,
Yeah.
honestly. I
That's
think it'll
cool.
be because right now, because there's stuff like Planet Earth 2 and stuff like that, or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
that are not consider. I don't consider that.
That's just real
Right
life.
now, it goes like Breaking Bad, and then I think it's like Chernobyl is like the next
Mm.
for highest rated.
Okay.
I think that it'll either be right above Chernobyl or right below Chernobyl.
Gotcha. Nice.
The first two episodes were amazing. It
Yeah.
was really good. Visuals, so good.
That's cool.
Acting's on point,
Yeah, Pedro
and
Pascal is
it's already built on a story, so it's not like they can mess up storyline.
I mean, they could, but it sounds like they're not.
Yeah, I mean they could, but
Yeah. So.
they're going very heavily off the game, which was a great story game. So
Right. Nice.
it's amazing.
I watched a few things. I watched the entire Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy.
Yep.
I gotta say, man, it's so good. Like, on the real, it's better than the Thor's trilogy. It's better. I almost would say it's better than Captain America's. I love it. Homecoming is a great introduction. Far From Home is so good and the most underrated MCU movie in my opinion. And then No Way Home, I haven't watched it in like almost a year. And rewatching it after almost a year, it was fun. You know, like the story. It's so good. I updated my MCU rankings a little bit after watching the trilogy, but so that was fun to
Oh, yeah.
watch.
That's the other thing for my movie list. I don't have a MCU ranking yet,
Yeah,
but I decided I'm not going to put Marvel movies into my big movie list besides my top 5
that's smart. Marvel movies
just
are
because there's
between
so many.
like a 3, usually a
And
3 and a 5 star. But
and they're like all the same,
I only
So
have one
I don't
five
want there to be
star.
like a jumble of just like then it's Marvel movies.
I only have one 5 star Marvel movie at this point. It's
Yeah,
Infinity War.
and then the other thing with it is that it's so many of them are just like they're good because they're part of Marvel. They're
Yeah,
just not like they're just inherently not standalone movies.
yeah.
And so like, you could say certain movies are good from like the first few phases, but
Mm-hmm.
that was just a great time for Marvel
Yeah,
and everything was so connected that, you know. So I'm just going to take my top 5 Marvel movies
that's
like
smart.
No Way Home and Infinity War,
Winter
Endgame,
Soldier.
Winter Soldier, Civil War, and probably Guardians.
Yeah,
The first
I would
one.
probably go top 10
Maybe 10, yeah.
because you go
Depending on what it looks like.
because if I were to take, I'll just briefly. If I were to take my top 10, it'd be like the first Avengers, Thor Ragnarok, No Way Home, Iron Man, or not No Way Home, Far From Home, Iron Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, Winter Soldier, Endgame, No Way Home, Civil War, and Infinity War. Like that's my top 10, and I think that should be in my list. But like freaking Multiverse of Madness and Ant-Man and those don't need to be cluttered throughout, like you said.
Yeah. Yep.
So nice. What else? I watched Southpaw, boxing movie with Jake Gyllenhaal, Rachel McAdams. I watched 2 Rachel McAdams movies this week, which was weird. So I watched that. It was pretty good. I mean, it was a very basic, I love a good boxing story movie, and like Jake Gyllenhaal is great. So I gave it like
Yeah.
4 stars. It was fun. It was a good watch.
Nice.
I watched Missing, the 2023 release, the sequel to Searching or whatever. It was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. I'm not gonna lie. Like I gave it 4 stars, like 80 out of 100, 81 out of 100.
Nice.
And it's like the concept where it's like shot through just screens at all times, basically. And
Yep.
there was like I was trying to follow along, and it's like a mystery, so I'm trying to figure it out before, like trying to guess and trying to figure it out. And I was getting things, and then there's a twist at the end. I was like, it was cool. The theater was kind of packed, and so
Yep.
people, holy, you're like, like gas. It was pretty. It was a good theater experience. I was very surprised.
It's funny.
And so way better than I thought it would be. It's the best movie of 2023 so far. I've only seen 4, but better than Plane. So,
Yeah.
I watched Arrival. There's not much to say other than that movie is freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. 5 stars, 90 something out of 100. Yeah, incredible.
So good.
The fact that it's not like an action movie is what I loved so much because I didn't know.
Yep.
I thought it was an action movie.
Nope.
And everyone's like 5 stars. I guess an Alien 5. Interesting. And then I watched it, of course, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this movie is absolutely incredible." I forgot the
Translation movie.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then I watched the movie About Time. It's like a time travel movie. With Bill Nighy's in it as a father, and then Rachel McAdams, and then another guy named Domhnall Gleeson, who's he's in like Star Wars. He plays this is how you'll he plays General Hux in Star and then
Oh.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it was so good. So good. I don't know. It's a rom com, but it's about time travel and like it's this really deep thing about time and like how you spend your time because basically like he knows how to go back in time and that's how he lives his life basically and so it comes to a point where he stops doing it. It was really good.
That sounds really good.
It's on Prime Video. I definitely recommend it. So
It reminds me of the one I want to watch about time, the one where time is currency or whatever.
with Justin Timberlake.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called.
I don't remember what it's called either, but I want to watch it. I've seen a lot of stuff about it. So.
Yeah, people say it's like an underrated movie.
Yeah.
What is it? It's called In Time.
Yeah, In Time. That's right.
In Time, About Time, Hot Tub Time Machine. 3 greatest movies about time. No, it's really. I think you'd like About Time. It's been something similar to the type of things we've been watching. We've been on a Steve Carell kick, apparently.
Yeah, I know.
Is it
interesting?
Is it
interesting enough?
Is it 2 or 3 movies now?
Just Beautiful 2. Boy. This.
Is there another one?
I don't think so. Let me see. 2023 and
I watched Crazy Stupid Love recently.
Oh yeah,
that's what it was. We need to watch The Big Short. I really want to watch that.
Yeah, we do need to watch that.
But yeah, anyway.
He's good though. Steve Carell's good.
He is good. Okay, yeah. So
we can talk about our movie now.
Yeah, you picked it.
Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah, you want to give us the gist of what it's about?
It's one that intrigued me. Yeah, so basically a dysfunctional family goes on a 700, 900, whatever mile road trip from Albuquerque, New Mexico to California. Where'd they go? Santa Fe or something? San Jose?
Something like that. Somewhere in California,
yeah. Go to Little Miss Sunshine beauty pageant.
Yeah.
Basically, psychopath dad obsessed with his be a winner program.
He's like just like
9 steps. He's so annoying.
He's just like one of those stupid TikTok dudes, dude.
He's
like
so
TikTok finance bros. That's all he is.
Yep. And then you got his wife. There's really nothing. She's just a wife.
She's like, just there.
She's just like there.
She's trying to be a good normal mom. Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing like weird about her.
Yeah.
Their oldest son. I don't remember.
Played by Paul Dano. His name's Dwayne.
Dwayne, yes.
Young
Dwayne.
Paul Dano.
Yep, young Paul Dano, and he is wanting to
be in the Air Force.
Be in the Air Force and fly jets, and
he
vowed a something silence.
Yeah. For some reason.
And so he doesn't talk until he reaches his goal of being in the Air Force and flying planes.
Yeah.
And then uh, their youngest daughter, who is like 7, and she's going to be in the Little Miss Sunshine pageant.
Yeah.
And then the dad's dad, who's just old dude.
He's a
He's
great
just
actor. He's funny.
he is funny, and he's like a detached old person. He's like, I'm so old, I can just do whatever I want.
Yeah.
It's like it
And
doesn't matter.
and then Steve Carell, right?
And then Steve Carell, who is
Their
the
uncle?
mom's sister or mom's brother,
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
their uncle,
Yep.
and he tried to kill himself.
Right out the gate, man. I was like, what?
So there's the whole point is just a really really dysfunctional, all over the place kind of family, and they pile into a Volkswagen van and drive from Albuquerque to the pageant in California.
Right.
That's pretty much it. And along the way, I mean, spoilers.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about just the basic stuff that happens.
Yeah.
Um, but they are spoilers. The grandpa overdoses and dies. Their first night at a hotel, the
Right.
Volkswagen van clutch breaks, and so
So
they have to
they,
like push the van to get it in gear, and then they just
yeah.
coast basically, and so they have to park on like hills and not stop and all this kind of stuff.
It's true.
And it's pretty funny. And then we already talked about the dad and his like winning program, and he's supposed to be
Yeah.
getting this, which is again so random.
Uh,
Bryan Cranston just
I
being this 5-minute character,
I know, right?
and you know the cop is from Breaking Bad too.
I did not know.
It's Mike. It's Bryan Cranston, Walter White's brother-in-law. The DEA agent is the
Oh,
cop.
that's funny.
It is so random.
That is really
So
random.
so yeah, if you guys know, it's Mike or not Mike. Gosh, what's his name? Oh, it's gonna bother me now because I said Mike. Now I can't think of it.
That's funny.
Um, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Hank.
Hank.
Hank from Breaking Bad.
Gotcha.
Um, yep. So it was
It was good. Like
it was good movie.
I thought it was like a comedy, and then I wasn't ready for all the actually deep emotional beats to the movie.
It was exactly what I expected. That's what I've heard about it.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
it's a comedy drama. So
Right. A
there's
dramedy.
brief comic relief and uplifting things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But most of it's just pretty in touch with reality and
Yeah.
pretty like down to earth.
It feels relatable, right? You got a little girl who just wants to be accomplish her dream. One, beauty pageants are freaking weird. I'll
They're
just say
so weird.
that weird, full weird. I am not a fan of beauty pageants. I had no opinion prior to watching this movie, but
Yeah. Yeah.
full weird. Anyway, this little girl, pure, innocent, just wants to be in his beauty pageant. She does with her body image, right? You got the grandpa who's dying, kind of, who thinks he's on top of the world. You got the mom just trying to be a good mom. You got the dad who's just this arrogant POS, just oh,
Mhm.
I got my next 5-step program. I don't. It's stupid. The
So
kid,
annoying.
Paul Dano's character, who just wants to be in the Air Force and he's got his dreams and his goals. You know, it put. And then you got Steve Carell's character who almost tried to kill himself, who's depressed. It just was very like, this is what families are like, not these. You know, it's
Yeah.
more than just like there's dysfunction in families, and it was
Yeah.
cool to see that.
The dysfunction was very real, and it was not exaggerated, which is a lot of times like stuff like that in movies get so exaggerated, and it was like a little bit, but not.
Yeah, not crazy
It was
amount.
like enough, you know.
Yeah, and then also like what brought it together for me was the end scene when they're all dancing together
Mm-hmm.
on stage. That was what brought it together for me. Like this was not monumental. Some people say this is like one of the best movies. Like, and
Yeah,
I
I didn't feel as much as like people say.
someone's like, this is the best movie that came out in 2006, and I'm like,
I mean, I don't know what came out in 2006, but I doubt it was the best.
Like if we
I
had,
gave it a 4 stars.
that's what I gave it. I gave it 4.
I think it
2000.
was a really good movie. I don't think it and it was captivating. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like other movies where you're like, wow, like sat
It's
back and
got a high average score though.
4.1.
But the Departed came out in 2006. The Prestige came out in 2006. Children of Men came out. Devil Wears Prada came out. Casino Royale came out. So like,
Let's see, average rating highest first. It's a lot of anime.
of course it is.
Oh, that '70s show, The Final Goodbye. That's like a documentary.
Oh, interesting. Never seen that.
It
Yeah,
is one of the highest normal rated movies.
yeah. Like
Like
it's
Planet Earth is up there, but other than that, it's like a bunch of documentaries and like some animes,
like Children of
making of
Men,
the Fellowship of the
The
Rings.
Departed.
But yeah, in terms of like highest average rating, like the Prestige was number one. Then it was Pan's Labyrinth,
And Departed.
and
No, The
then
Departed's higher. Departed's a 4.2.
oh, it is okay. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's oh okay. Yeah.
Cars came out that year. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest came out that year.
So Children of Men, The Departed, um, then The Prestige, then Pan's Labyrinth, then Little Miss Sunshine is how it's
Yeah. Bro,
ranked.
Nacho Libre came out in 2006. Come on. Always better. No, it was good. I enjoyed it.
I did too. I was glad I watched it.
It wasn't monumental, but
No, didn't change my life.
people probably think this is the movie we just watched is better than Beautiful Boy, but I would say Beautiful Boy is better.
I would say Beautiful Boy is better. Too.
Yeah, but so
I would agree with that. It made me feel a lot more, and
I didn't really feel. I didn't feel a whole lot. I didn't connect.
I have Little Miss Sunshine as my worst movie I've watched so far.
This year.
Yep.
Wow, you must watch good movies.
Well, I've only watched. Okay, so I mean, when I see my list is The Perks of Being a Wallflower, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Beautiful Boy, No Country for Old Men, Nope, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah, you've watched good movies. House Party, Iron Man 2 are my worst 2 movies this year.
Nope is probably the worst of all the movies, like in terms of Nope and How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and I loved Nope. I think it was my favorite sci-fi thriller,
It's so good.
and like I loved it, loved it.
Yeah.
And How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days is my favorite rom-com ever.
Really? About Time or Crazy Stupid Love's mine now?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days was peak. It was so good. And I don't like rom-coms.
I gotta watch it. It's Matthew McConaughey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. Nice. So we're at an hour 57. Not bad. We talked about it a lot.
We got to talk for 3 minutes now.
I guess we can. I guess 57.
So we can say we made a 2 hour episode.
All right.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did talk about a lot.
Disneyland, movies, NFL, Oscars. Went on some decent tangents about Disneyland, and then after the Oscars, I don't remember what we talked. Oh, we talked about Letterboxd for a while.
Yeah, that would be good.
But yeah, I gotta.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to go through our Letterboxd one time randomly.
Just an episode, just go through.
It's like just like the big movie list. Like
I need to
top
make
100 or something. We go through them.
I need to make it first.
I know it would be in a while because I gotta go through. I don't know, make sure like.
And
I know what I want.
We also need to make like a Chick and the Duck collection, like
our combined favorite movies.
Combined favorite, yeah. I can make a list.
We could do it on podcast.
We could do just like a separate episode.
We could do it when we go through our top 100 or whatever. We could at the same time we could during that episode create our list live.
It should be the beginning of season 4. That should be the episode. And just that. That's just it. Yeah. Because it's gonna take way too long.
It would be long.
Yeah, it'd be at least 2 hours. All right.
But yeah. Cool.
Sounds good. And we are 40 seconds away from 2 hours.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and thank you for watching if you're on YouTube.
Mr. Beast is
Um,
rolling in his grave if he was dead right now.
and life is tough. Get uh help.